This is Roger from Showbiz Support, and I will show you the report section. So to get to the report section, you come up to the very top menu, you click on reports. And you'll see we have a whole list of various types of reports that you may need. We have an address list, for example. Say, for example, you are entering the information at the bottom of every time card. As I mentioned in an earlier tutorial, yes, you can get that. We have a Bible. We have the mass time card duplication, which we discussed previously. Let me show you an example of a good report. So say, for example, we wanted to see overtime report. Now, it brings up all the criteria I want. You can sort it if you want to. In fact, if you only wanted to see 1 week ending, you should do that before coming to this report. So use your find and get. Now, once I'm here, this report actually is best sent to Excel and not printed. Why? Because then you can change the report to your specific needs. So if I come up to the top here and say File, Save Send As, Excel, then I can actually go make a particular report, calling it My Report, and then save it. Now you open that file in Excel, and then you can manipulate it and change what you want. So for example, say you didn't want all the information that we have on the side here, go ahead and delete those columns and save it. Of course, you can also go in, for example, if you want totals, use the sum command in Excel, and you can get totals as well. Now, we also have another section of the report, which is actually reports on steroids. It's called the pay breakdown reporting. What this does, actually, is it gives you a lot more information. So if I say generate separate pay breakdown detail lines, what happens here is it depends on how much data you have, and again, you may want to use the find and get before doing this, but you can still do it afterwards, by the way, too. What happens here is now I've generated a report that I can pull information from. Now, if you want to, you can use the find and get now. So if, say, for example, I only wanted to look at one particular week ending, now I'm looking at that. And again, I can send this I can put it in a particular sort order if I want to, but now when I've done that, I can actually still go back and save sand records as Excel from here if I wanted to. But say, for example, I actually wanted a printed report. We actually have those up top, and that's View Reports. You can actually do them in summary or detail. Let me show you both. So for example, say I wanted to see by department. Here's one by department. It is a simple one-page summary of that report. So if I want to, and this is the nice thing about it, we can actually put an actual title here. So if you go over to the corner and hit continue, we have a specific script that you're going to say okay, and you can put whatever title you want. Again, this title goes right there, so it'll give you the ability to title your report. Click on OK, and then there's one particular trick about this. Make sure you send it to your particular report that you want to, or print to PDF. You can choose that too. But you also want to make sure you select records being browsed, which is chosen here. What'll happen if you don't is it'll only print one particular record on the very top of the time card. You'll go, what the heck happened? It's because you forgot to change that. Sometimes it will default to current record and it'll only show one. So change that to records being browsed, click OK, go to your printer, and you'll be all set. Now once you print that report, it'll actually come back to this section here where you again can go back to View Reports. And again, now you can see if you want to do that same report in detail. In detail, again, it's breaking it down by, you'll actually see by person, by department, and then at the very, very end, if you want to paginate between the pages, you click on the top corner here, and then you'll see there's a grand total at the bottom. And again, you can do the same thing. You want to print by hitting continue. Would you like to print this report? Okay. And again, you'll get an option to print the report with that particular name. Click OK and choose your printer. And again, make sure you're choosing records being browsed. And that's the report section in the program. Thank you.